Hey, what's up everyone? Thank you so much for tuning into my channel. My name's Alanta. So let's just jump into it. So this video is actually an update video on my 401k loan for home purchase. Back in 2021, I created a video about the entire process, like the stipulations, the terms, all that good stuff. So I actually want to do a long overdue video about what's going on about that loan, what's happening, as well as, where am I, in this process? Do I still have this loan, right? And actually, I want to touch on some comments that you guys had underneath the video. And I'll make sure I post the link to that video somewhere here. But I want to go to the comments, because within those comment sections, some people had some really interesting comments, as well as I did notice some questions in the comment section. So I want to give a chance to kind of, clarify or answer the questions as much as I can. So yeah, let's get into it. I still have the loan. I'm still making my quarterly payments towards the loan. And yeah, for the most part, it's been working pretty well for me, actually. With the quarterly payments, I have been really focusing on paying more than minimum of the balance. So I make sure that I always try to budget and add an extra like $100 or $150 towards the balance. Now, it has been over, I'll say a good over 2 years now, a little bit over that time frame. And as we speak, that balance is now, lowered. So as you guys may know from the previous video, the amount that I took out was $10,000 against my 401k. And that balance as of today, December 2022, is $5,000. Well, $4,999 if you want to be exact. It's $5,000. So I am 50% completed paying off the loan. And as I mentioned in my last video, the stipulation of the loan term, which is the life of the loan, is 5 years. So I have up until 5 years to pay off the loan. Now, I did do a personal goal amount to pay it off under 5 years. So I was shooting for 4 years. But I really think the way that I am making payments entering the new year, I will be probably done in 3.5 years. So fingers crossed. So I'll be done, completed paying off my 401k loan. All right, guys. So now it's time for the comment section. So like I mentioned, I am going to read some of the comments and questions that you left underneath the video, and some was pretty good. So yeah, let's start. First comment. The first comment says, although your money is not working in the stock market, your net worth is growing with appreciation and the pay down of the loan. If you decide to rent a room or do something like Airbnb inside the property, not only are you gaining appreciation, but now you're achieving cash flow as well. Come through. I really appreciate that comment. If again, go back to the video, you will understand that I was a bit well, I would say this: I had some level of reluctancy about taking the money out my 401k to purchase my home, because I really felt as though I was missing a great opportunity to allow the money to sit and to grow over time. I was really missing out on that compound interest and, allowing the money to grow with the stock market and the economy and all that good stuff. So I was a little hesitant about that, and I expressed that in the video. So yeah, you're absolutely right. And that actually is a good point, because the first year that I purchased my home, I actually had a family member rent out one of the guest rooms that I had. So I think with in that 14, 16 months, I was gaining some passive income. So that really helped me that first year or so, having my home. And it just, it helped me pay bills and whatever I need to do. So yeah, you're absolutely right. And, moving forward in the future, it could be something of, an investment property or however I want to move forward with my home. But thank you. I really appreciate it. Okay. Next we have is, did the loan from the 403B affect your ability to qualify for your home loan? Did the loan increase your loan to debt ratio? Was the mortgage lender okay with it? Oh, okay with it. I'm surprised I didn't answer that. That's a good question. So there's two questions within your question, and I'm going to do my best to answer your question. So, and clarify if I didn't answer your question, because I really want to do my best to answer your question. So, did the loan from the 403B affect your ability to qualify for your home loan? No, it did not. Is because that's two separate things. They actually were just looking at the assets that I had, and providing them with, information of those assets, like, brokerage account, retirement accounts, whatnot. And they do ask you, where you're getting the money from to, purchase the home or the down payment. So I provided that information. And to my surprise, it seems as though it is a common thing, because when I was talking to my home lender, the brokerage manager, I was talking to the lender. He just like, okay, cool. It seems so. This is like one of the things that people typically do, not all the time, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't like a surprise or anything at that. So it didn't affect my pre-mortgage ability to purchase my home. So that's two separate things. So I hope I answered that part of the question. And the second one, did the loan increase your loan to debt ratio? Was the mortgage lender okay with it? Not necessarily did it increase the debt ratio, because at that time I didn't have a lot of debt outside from my student loans. And during 2020, with the pandemic, all the student loan payments were, canceled. So that wasn't an issue. And plus, I had a car that was fully paid off and just a few credit card debt, but it wasn't anything, outrageous or whatever. So it didn't really, increase my debt ratio. The only thing they needed, again, was documentation showing my payments. Like, when are you making payments, how much that you're making, and when will you be done paying off that that loan. So they needed that arrangement and that contractual documentation showing the life of the loan term, stipulation, that sort of stuff. And again, I was able to show that I had a lot of assets in terms of liquid funds, and I was able to cover my monthly payments outside from the loan as well. So I hope I answer your question. All right, so the next one we have, it says, don't ever take a 401k loan. It is not, all caps, not an option, period. Period. That's what he said, he or she. Period. It is not an option. For some reason, I imagine you like typing that like this and going like this. Period. Right? First thing is, thank you for your comment. I appreciate it for watching and commenting and all that good stuff. I definitely really appreciate your comment, because like I mentioned on my first video, when I was giving you guys the process of the home loan, I was really scared, and I think that is a misperception of, you're taking money out of your retirement account, you're doing this and you're doing that. And I think a lot of people just really don't want to bet on themselves. People are scared, people are frightened about the risk, and not being a risk taker, right? And I think for the most part too, is we spend too much of time reflecting on the negative and not putting a lot of energy into the positive. Like, what actually can you get out, from taking this money? And, again, I was reluctant, I was afraid, but I bet on myself, and I took a risk. And for me, it's working out for the better. I was able to purchase my home, and even the last 2 years, my home appreciated in value, right? So again, I appreciate your comment, but for me, it worked out, and it's still to my benefit. Period. Next comment is, didn't you have to pay the money back in 60 days for losing your job, or did I miss something? And I do remember replying to her. So again, going back to the video, or if you have been, following my channel, is I purchased my home in 2020, and a month later, after I closed, I lost my job. So what she's speaking about, there's some plan administrations, like within your retirement account, whoever administers your 401k, they do have a stipulation, is if you're taking a loan out against your retirement, and if you lose your job within that certain time frame, the stipulation is you have to immediately pay that money back. In some terms, they are within 60 days, 90, however. So I know exactly what she's referring to. And I remember, if I'm not mistaken, I remember replying back to her, letting her know my administration for my 401k or 403b didn't have that stipulation. Thank gosh. They didn't have that stipulation. And lastly, last comment that we have, it says, a 401k loan is one of the worst financial decisions you can make. Best of luck. Thank you so much for that comment. I really appreciate it. You guys don't understand, when you put positive comments, you put negative comments, it's okay. I'm winning. That's all I gotta say. Hey, so that is the end of this video. I appreciate all your comments. Let me know after watching the first video if you have additional questions, or if there's some clarifications I can give you, or just a little bit of misunderstanding. Like, however, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, I'm just out here just doing my best. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Mariah Carey, she has like this, there's a clip going around where she's saying like, I'm doing the best with everything that I got. I don't know, I just felt that energy. I just felt it. But yeah, I'm just doing the best with everything that I got. Yeah, that's the energy right now. But let me know what you guys think. And if you haven't done so, make sure you subscribe to my channel, notification, that ring bell, all that good stuff. But in the meantime, in between time, be safe, be kind. Peace.